Hi, my name is Jeff Zimmerman. I am the founder of the Jubilee House business venture. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to briefly share my life and my background. I'm what you would categorize as a normal American guy. I have a normal family of 6 adult children. I enjoy their extraordinary families. I have a normal marriage of 36 years to my wife and best friend Shelley, 36 of the best years of my life. I am a normal American patriot who flew jets off aircraft carriers as a veteran in the armed forces for 22 years. I love my country. I'm a normal businessman and real estate investor of numerous properties. I feel like I'm playing Monopoly, and I like passing go. I could tell you about my normal day-to-day job activities as an engineer, like cruise ship audits and infiltrating the security perimeter of a refinery. Yet in the midst of talking about all those normal things, I was touched by a saying from a person I deeply admire. She was raised in poverty by itinerant sharecroppers in the South during the Great Depression. She educated herself and seized the opportunity to be more than normal. She became a world-renowned author, poet, and a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Her name is Maya Angelou. She said this life-altering statement: "If you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be." Let me repeat this again. If you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. It is in the context of this admonition that I would beg your pardon and escape this nuance of normalcy. I want to share with you what is the motivation of my mind, the haven of my heart, and the wish of my will. It is what gets me up every morning, and as I go to sleep in the evening, it is what I ask God to give me the grace to do tomorrow. My passion is to make a difference in the lives of those with destructive addictions, specifically those trapped in the hell of drug and alcohol addiction. Drug addiction especially is a growing epidemic in the country that I love. It is the destroyer of marriages, families, friendships, and relationships. Over 20 million Americans in this country alone admit to having a problem with drug addiction, more than the entire populations of countries like Romania, North Korea, or Australia. According to the US CDC, drug overdoses were the leading cause of death in Americans under the age of 50 for the second year in a row, more than deaths to guns and automobile accidents. 97 million Americans used prescription painkillers last year in 2018. 29% of those patients were prescribed opioids for chronic pain, and they now misuse them. A new synthetic drug called fentanyl is a drug 50 times more powerful than heroin. Drug deaths from fentanyl abuse have increased 540% in the past 3 years. This crisis, declared as a national public health emergency by the President, is a U.S. economic burden of $78.5 billion annually in healthcare costs, work, and law enforcement costs. Yet by far the greatest tragedy is the death of the drug addiction user. Every day, more than 90 Americans will die from drug misuse. In the time you have listened to me speak to you, another American has died from drug addiction. These are our sons and daughters, our sisters and brothers, our moms and dads, our neighbors and friends. It leaves few families unscathed. My passion is to be part of the solution of this enormous evil. Why am I so passionate about supporting those that have drug addiction problems? In a bout of depression brought on by a drug problem, a Pulitzer Prize nominated poet and Regents professor at a prominent university took his own life. He was my only brother. Just over a year ago, My son-in-law was admitted to the emergency room, here in a drug-induced coma from a heroin overdose. His wife, my pregnant daughter, admitted they both had opioid drug addictions. So when you see me, don't just see me as another normal American. I exist to bring the resources and support that these drug-afflicted Americans need, the miracle they look for, the deliverance they desire, and that can only be through Jesus Christ. This is my passion. For those without drug abuse problems, I have a challenge for you. Can you do more to stem the tide of this drug addiction epidemic? As Maya Angelou said, stop trying to be normal and realize how truly amazing you can be, one drug addict at a time. Thank you for visiting this website, and pray for us.